Hey, what's going on, guys? Looking for Mighty Reptiles here. Here with the vlog of March 5th, right? 5th?
Don't put me in this.
I'm not, I'm just pointing. 5th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are going to be doing a bunch of errands today. Getting some new stuff, as well as we got some new things in here. Here, show it to us, Nicole.
No.
Show it to me.
I want to be in a video. I've already told you this. It's hot. I do this every time and I give you the same answer.
It worked. So we got 2 more eggs from the little fat tail today. We'll be pulling those right when we get home. We're gonna get her some an egg box to put in her new incubator that my dad is picking up right as we speak. We just didn't know the due date was coming up so quickly yet again. The reason we haven't picked them up immediately is just because we don't want to put them in the 89-degree incubator and have them all get shocked from like going from one temperature to the other. We're not sure how it works. There's nothing posted on it. So we want these to be females, so we're going to set her incubator at a lower temperature because that's how geckos work. So yeah, that's why they're still sitting there. And yeah, we're super excited here. Alright, so we just finished up at the mice and rat place and actually made out in pretty good time this time. Usually we're there for a couple hours. The guy who actually does it is an MIT engineer, so I love picking his brains on stuff, and usually it ends up being 2.5 hours. And Nicole's giving me a look because it's really true. But we just finished up, we're on our way home. I didn't film on the way there just because of a brain fart, and we're just heading on the way home. We're gonna drop these guys off, doing the normal feeding tactic that I've told you guys that we've done all before. We leave them in these bins in the snake room for, you know, an hour or so that they all smell it and they're all hungry and waiting for it. And we get a lot better feeding response that way. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna make a quick run to Target, and I'll actually be catching up to you guys then.
Catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Blue sky walking on these haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday. Things come to those that wait up. But don't wait to dance too long. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up. Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Alright, so it's actually the following day. I didn't film the closing, so we're just going to kind of roll into it because it was going to be a short vlog, so I'd rather make a longer 2-day vlog. And I didn't show you guys how the incubator actually turned out. We went and picked it up from Steve out in San Bernardino, so thank you for that. It is working great. I just now got it calibrated, so we figured out that if I put it for 88 degrees, it ends up at 84 degrees inside, which is what we want because we want females when it comes to the gecko. So I'll show you that right now before we actually take off and go to look at whatever our local pet store has, which generally treats the animals pretty good. We just like to see if anything comes in, and there they are in there in the Reptivator, and it's sitting right now at 84.2. So let's get on over there to the pet store right now.
my 23s having a Jordan moment.
Get them. Oh, they don't like you. This one likes me, Joe. Because I'm near the food bowl. Look at, he's checking us out, checking him out, checking us out. Hey Mike, you need this for your new lizard so you can walk your venomous lizard at the shows. It'll be cool. Okay. Alright, so we're just now leaving Elliot's for Pets pet shop. We got the name right. And now we're heading out for the real reason we came out. We just kind of used that as an excuse to go get some shakes. But as you can see, it's mostly bunnies there. It's actually where we got both of our bunnies, being Pablo and Chester, and they were cute. We didn't even film 3 more that came in, just right in at the end. But as far as their reptiles go, they're generally pretty alright. They provide the right temperature, humidity, they give them food, they're always plump. However, the one thing I do not like about it is that they do use heat lamps on their snakes, and as well as like all the lighting that just stresses them out. So if one's not looking in the correct shape, I call them out on it and they generally fix it pretty quickly. They're pretty good about it. And yeah, they're pretty good with their animals, so that's why we keep stopping by. And they're definitely, you know, 100 times better than Petco and PetSmart, if you guys remember my pictures from going there not too long ago. But yeah, it was a fun trip over there, and yeah, now to get some shakes and get back to the house. Alright, so I'm actually coming to you guys at about, you know, 11:30 at night of the same day, and we just kind of came home and just went straight to work, started cleaning tubs. We actually went and bleached out the entire incubator. You know, like I said, we are going to just remove any issues that can even possibly arise. We don't want to have any repeats where we're having issues with clutches before, and we just got that all done. And one story that was a bit crazy, I know this is coming at the end and it's going to be the title of the video, so you guys have to go through that 7 minutes of footage, and then you're going to line up right here and finally see what the title's actually all about. And it's something that really tells you that you never know what you're going to do. Like, when you're doing this, you never know what that day is exactly going to bring for you. You can have a pretty good guess that some days are going to follow the same suit, but there's always something that stands out. And today, I had to give CPR to a rat. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not doing it. I gave CPR to a rat. We had some rats that were fighting over the water. We actually have our breeder males set aside from, we actually cycle them through, so every month I'll go and I'll just take everybody 4 rows down, and then the 4 leftover males go into their own separate tub, and they just kind of chill there for, you know, the month, and just kind of, you know, chill. And unfortunately, they were having a scuffle over who got to drink the water, and one of them decided, you know, screw you guys, I'm just going to chew the nozzle. And if any of you guys have auto drip systems for your rats and mice, you'll know that is a very bad recipe, and it will go bad very quickly. So we're in here bleaching it, and I go out there just to check everything just before I wrap up the night, and I see that the one corner of the room is a little damp. I can see that the 2x4s holding up the rack are darker in one corner, which raises suspicion. I'm like, oh, maybe my dad spilled some water. But then I see 2 tails flicking about in this tub, and I immediately rip it open, and of course, first thing I notice is that we lost 2 of our males, which sucks. You know, I wish I could have caught it sooner to where I could have saved all 4. And I pull out the tub, and at first, no movement. I'm like, oh, did I just catch the very end? And then right as I'm just sitting there, I'm looking up at Nicole because she saw me frantically just run out there at something, and I'm sitting there like, man, I just barely missed it. And just as I'm about to put it back, tail start going again. So I quickly just searching through that nasty pee poop water that it is, with cleaning day literally being tomorrow for that rack. If you guys don't know, we do certain sections per day, and that maternity rack for the mice actually happens to be tomorrow. So this is the worst possible water it could have been. And I went in to grab it, and I got the rat out. First one, not looking so hot. That was the one that ended up needing CPR, and I set it down on the ground at my feet, just seeing if it could breathe on its own or not. And then I thought that the other one was lost. It wasn't even peeking its head up. I didn't see a tail, and just like that, ripples in the water again. So I just reach in, pull it out. This one actually did not see CPR. It was perfectly fine. I pass it over to Nicole, and Nicole instantly starts doctoring it, makes it all better, dries it off, sets it in a new rack where it can actually just kind of get stabilized, because they are exhausted from fighting this. And then I turn my attention to the rat that is having issues breathing. I can't tell if it actually is. To me, it appears like it isn't. So I immediately go and lay it down on its back. I have no clue what I'm doing, mind you. I have it laid down on its back on our pallet that we have our other rows of racks on. If you don't know, we have a step up, and it's probably about 4 feet up or so, and I just kind of, maybe a little bit less than 4 feet, but I go and I set it down on there, and I'm doing what I would think is the right compressions, and I guess I'm doing the job right, because I can hear the water coming up and out, and after a few compressions I can hear it start making noises like the whistling of it coming up, but I'm not feeling it breathing. So quickly, once I saw that Nicole had actually gone and gotten that rat all fixed up, I just tell her, get the scissors, get a water bottle that's empty, just cut the top off of it. I saw this in a video literally yesterday where somebody had to give CPR to a puppy, and they used the top of a water bottle to actually be able to breathe into its mouth and get air into it. And you know what, I'm going to do the same thing for this rat. And that was the one point where I could actually get it all going on its own. Like I said, I didn't think that it was breathing on its own prior to this, and just quickly did 2, and then went back to compressions, and just like that, you can see it just slowly start taking short, quick breaths, not these huge ones. And I wasn't sure if he was going to make it, but Nicole, being the pre-vet student that she is just assuring me that it's going to be okay. If it's starting to breathe on its own, it's going to be okay. But we do not know how much water content is in its lungs, so we will see in the next 24 hours. And I actually just went back out there. This happened probably about 2 hours ago. So I went back out there and checked on him, and he is doing fine in his new tub. Both of them are just doing great. So we were able to save 2 out of 4. And like I said, just hectic day. Because it went from being absolutely normal to what the heck is going on, because that probably will not happen again in my career. But that this just goes to show that you can never figure out exactly what you're doing day to day, and I just certainly didn't see it coming. So other than that, that is going to be the vlog for today. I'm very sorry for my absence. I'm just kind of dealing with real world, like exterior snakes, exterior internet things, and I'm just kind of working my way through it. And if I do end up making that video, you guys will see it. If not, I may talk about it in streams. But other than that, it's really not that big of a deal. But other than that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Wait, no, bad intro, or bad, wow, I'm rusty. It's been almost 2 weeks. So if you guys liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I want to thank you guys for, despite my absence, getting us not only to that 2,800 mark or that 2,750 that we hit before, but you guys got us to 2,900 plus some change. And I just want to thank you guys all for that, for the constant support. And I do see you guys hitting us up on Instagram as well as on Facebook, and I very much appreciate it. So yeah, The giveaway will be announced pretty soon as we can figure out which snake we're going to use for it. And then other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Sky walking on these haters, celebrate every day.